Space, go ahead. I saw the command.
The umbilical tower now moving away from the Soyuz. The flight engines for the first stage will come up to flight speed momentarily. The second umbilical tower will be dropping back from the Soyuz in just a matter of seconds.
Ignition.
There it goes. We're standing by for main engine start. We've got main engine start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And ignition. And liftoff. Liftoff of the Soyuz rocket. Shannon, Walker, Fyodor, Yurchikhin, and Doug Wheelock begin their journey on the 100th launch on behalf of the International Space Station.
Okay, Fyodor Nikolaevich, everything goes as planned. We see you, Shannon, and you. See you. Great. Thank you, Anatoly Nikolaevich. Everything is just terrific here. Everything is nominal.
Arcing out over the Kazakhstan skies, the Soyuz vehicle. Good pitch program according to the flight controllers. Good first stage performance. The Soyuz delivering 102 tons of thrust from its 4 boosters and single engine.
Seconds, 60 seconds, yes.
1 minute into the flight, the Soyuz now traveling 1,100 miles per hour.
Increasing. Pressure 798. Can you assess G-load? About 2 to 2.5 units. And
Fyodor Yurchikhin reporting about 2 Gs as the vehicle approaches the period of maximum dynamic pressure.
No, they have stronger vibration at the ascent.
We're standing by for the shutdown and jettison of the 4 strap-on boosters. And now we have first stage separation.
Okay, we see the separation of...
The boosters dropping away at an altitude of 30 statute miles. The Soyuz traveling 3,950 miles an hour, 73 miles downrange from the Baikonur Cosmodrome.
140.
Normal parameters being reported for all of the Soyuz systems.
On board, everything is nominal. We're in great spirits.
A good view inside the descent module. Shannon Walker, the board engineer, heading towards space. Fyodor Yurchikhin, the Soyuz commander, at the bottom of your screen.
Descent.
2.5 minutes into the flight, standing by for escape tower and launch shroud jettison. The Soyuz now 52 miles in altitude, 102 miles downrange, traveling 4,500 miles an hour.
Camera 2. How's the picture? The image is very good.
And the view of Doug Wheelock, flight engineer number 2, seated to the right of Fyodor Yurchikhin.
Because our windows are still closed.
The Soyuz sailing on toward orbit, all systems reported in excellent shape. The Soyuz core stage, or second stage, performing as advertised. This stage is 56 feet in length, 13.5 feet in diameter, providing 96 tons of thrust.
230. Copy, 230.
230. Принято 230.
Now just beyond the 4-minute mark into the flight, all of the Soyuz systems performing normally.
Pressure for 798. Copy 798.
Принято на борту порядок, давление 798. Принято 798.
270 seconds. Control system parameters are nominal. Okay, thank you. And we can see it on the display. Inaudible. 40.
Just a few seconds away from second stage separation. And now the visiting vehicle officer confirms second stage SEP. The core booster has burned out and separated at an altitude of 104 miles. The Soyuz 179 miles downrange from the Baikonur Cosmodrome, traveling 8,700 miles an hour.
Выдали команду Р-11. В иллюминаторах свет. Принято, наблюдаем вас.
The Soyuz now being propelled by the single engine of the Soyuz third stage. This engine providing 30 tons of thrust. It will burn for just over 4 minutes.
Nominal. Copy, and we feel great.
320 секунд, параметры конструкции.
Copy.
Принято, самочувствие хорошее.
In the cloudless skies over the Central Asian desert, the Soyuz vehicle streaking toward orbit, still visible.
Three 360 seconds. Pitch your roll nominal.
And this view inside the International Space Station, Tracy, Caldwell, Dyson on the right, Mikhail, Kornienko, and Alexander Skvortsov watching the launch of the Soyuz vehicle and the transport of their 3 colleagues toward orbit to begin the 2-day orbital chase for docking Thursday afternoon.
Engines operating nominally. Copy.
380 секунд, двигатель третьей ступени работает нормально. Приняли.
6.5 minutes into the flight.
100 seconds. Everything.
The Soyuz now traveling at about 12,000 miles an hour. Not quite 2 minutes left in powered flight for the TMA-19. Once the third stage delivers the Soyuz to orbit and the module is separated, a series of pre-programmed commands will be executed to prepare the Soyuz for orbital operations. Those commands, called time tag commands, allow many of the Soyuz systems to be automatically activated by the onboard computers at precise times. Now 7.5 minutes into the flight, everything proceeding normally.
450 seconds. Nominal flight. Copy for 150 seconds. Nominal flight.
450 секунд, полет нормальный. Приняли 450 секунд, полет нормальный.
470 seconds. Stage 3 engines are nominal. Thank you very much. Everything's fine on board. We feel very good. Copy.
Fyodor Yurchikhin reporting back to flight controllers that everything is proceeding by the book. Less than a minute of powered flight remaining.
490 seconds. The article is stable. 500 seconds. Nominal flight. 510 seconds. Pitch your roll, nominal. Copy.
Standing by for third stage cutoff and separation.
Okay, guys. All the best to you guys. That's it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anatoly Nikolaevich.
And now we have confirmation of third stage cutoff and spacecraft separation.
On your birthday. Hey, I knew you're a finicky guy. I knew you'll do that and tell me that. Okay, but thank you anyway. Thank you very much, and you guys did great. Thank you. Olympus Mission Control Moscow, how copy? This is 16-3.
Big smiles on the faces of the crew in the Soyuz TMA-19. The Soyuz in its preliminary orbit at an altitude of 148 by 121 statute miles.
Thank you, Fyodor Nikolaevich. Thank you. All secondary.
And we now have confirmation of the deployment of the solar arrays and the navigational antennas. Control of the spacecraft now overseen from the Russian Mission Control Center in Kornenko outside Moscow. A perfect ascent to orbit for the newest trio of residents headed for the International Space Station.
And on the repressurization activation.